Hello,
Hello.
everyone. Welcome to another episode of HD ADHD. I'm Hayden Jensen,
And I'm Will Brunson.
and
Hello.
today we're going over the movie Batman,
Batman.
from 1989.
That's
The
right.
one with
Michael Keaton before he was a little bit bald.
exactly, which is I gotta admit, no, it was kind of jarring. I've mostly known him with being without hair and such.
In
so
all honesty, I've just seen him in like a couple more roles recently where he's a
yeah,
little bit bald. So
it's no big
know.
deal, but it's neat. It was younger Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
oh yeah. Young man Michael Keaton.
Yeah, this is my first time doing this film, and I gotta say, it's really good. It's one of probably I see why it was so popular. And also, one of the biggest things I noticed from this film is it probably inspired all the Lego Batman games, because the same music they use as the main theme is the same thing.
No, like Danny Elfman cooked with this score.
Like, oh my god! Every time I heard the score, I was transported back in time to playing the Lego Batman on the Wii.
Okay, man. Don't get all gooey and philosophical on me. Okay, you can't.
Yeah, it was crazy, but yeah, this movie was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
And
no, I've been watching this for like.
Let's read over. You want to read the disc case since we have it?
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna tell you this, guys. This disc case that I have does not have a lot of information. This mainly just has come see the great movie on the back of the case. So I hope that plays it up enough. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little stopped up. The movie of the decade, Eric Preminger from San Francisco of Kago TV. 4 stars, spectacular entertainment. Jack Garner. Get a new service. Yeah, a triumph you can't take your eyes off of. Peter Travels, Rolling Stone. Nicholson, Keaton. Batman. Yeah, no, seriously, it does not have a lot of information. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I just need
some ratings and such. Well,
that's
okay,
it.
If the disc case ain't giving you what you want, let's pull up the standard Wikipedia article, because we do that.
For once, Wikipedia gives more information than the case.
Batman is a 1989 superhero film based on the DC Comics character of the same name, created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger, directed by Tim Burton. This is the first Tim Burton film.
First Timmy, let's go.
It is the first installment of the Warner Bros. Initial Batman film series. The film was produced by John Peters and Peter Guber, and stars Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton, Kim Basinger, Robert Wool, Pat Hingle, Billy D. Williams, Michael Koff, Go, and Jack Palance. Sorry, I probably butchered a lot of those.
It's fine.
The film takes place in the early war on crime of the title character Keaton, and that depicts his conflict with his arch enemy, the Joker, Nicholson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, its story was Sam Hamm, and cinematography Roger Pratt, and distributed by Warner Bros. It was released on June 19th, 1989, and in Westwood, Illinois, in Los Angeles, and was officially released on June 23rd in 1989. It has a running time of 126 minutes, and the budget was $48 million and made a box office of $411.6 million.
Right on.
That's a pretty good turnout, I have to say. No wonder it's so popular.
Good job, Tim.
Yeah, of course. After all that information, we have to give you our initial spoiler.
This is a very famous film. However, as I learned today, this was this guy's first time watching it. So there's a first time for everything. Go watch this movie. Nicholson was peaking this movie. Yes.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. So now after that, let us start. The film begins in Gotham City.
Gotham.
And I gotta admit, you can immediately see the Tim Burton things, because my goodness, Gotham City looks kind of ridiculous with large buildings that go for the sky, weird architecture, everything. Everyone's either wearing black leather or some weird clothing.
It oozes with style.
Yeah, it's a Gothic style, and it's like a crime movie or something. Like, it's heavily exaggerated, which is a bit of Tim Burton's style.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like this. It's basically this random family who's around Gotham trying to get a taxi. I gotta be honest with y'all, folks. I thought this was like the origin story of Bruce Wayne. They were just playing it or something like that.
That's the subversion of expectations.
I think it was playing off of that. Yes, you were probably right.
Yeah, definitely. So the family does the same thing that the Waynes did, and they walk down a seedy-looking alley as a shortcut, to which the father is knocked out by a random guy on the street. and they're mugged. So
that happens. And we also see Batman or farming on the stadium. Or farming, for anybody who listens to this later in his existence, basically is, well, looking cool or looking good or for long periods of time.
You're just doing a pose.
Exactly.
Like Madonna said, strike the pose.
Exactly. So then eventually the crooks were like, hey, maybe we should be careful robbing people. You know what happened to Jimmy last week? Jimmy, you're getting tossed of a building. It's lies. There's no Batman. There's no bat. It's probably just a complete lie.
It's the freaking bat.
And then just Batman, of course, comes in on the wires. Gotta admit, you see a lot of the wires.
There's a lot of the wires, but it's also really funny looking.
And you see, it's this movie was made in the 80s, folks. So it's not that bad. It's really not that bad.
Yeah,
if you see them for short scenes, it's not terrible.
I guess Batman wasn't wearing his colorful underwear, so it's a little better.
Yeah. So
I love the Adam West Batman movie. It's so funny.
Yeah, he comes in on his wires and spooks the guys, and event charges in at him, but where one of them just shoots him and knocking him to the ground.
Great. More thugs in media just need to do that because they're gonna win.
But funny enough, ironically, this doesn't work because Batman gets back up and kicks a guy through a door and hangs the other one over an edge. It's like, oh, don't kill me, please. Kill me.
Listen, I'm not gonna kill you, but I want you to do me a favor. Tell all your friends that you met me. Who are you? I'm Batman.
Yeah, I remember hearing something else. He was supposed to say like he's darkness or vengeance. Like, I'd have to look this up, but I heard that was actually not unscripted. Somewhat, he just said he was Batman, and they were like, hey, that was pretty cool.
Perhaps.
And it worked out really well. It was a famous line. So then he just sets a crook down and then uses the wires to ascend away.
He's going back. Oh.
So yeah.
And
so then we cut away to the police who are the police. Oh yeah. This is the Batman who's famously, I guess, because of his armored suit, can't physically turn his head in any direction and just has to. You've probably seen if anybody who's seen this film has seen the famous scene where he tries looking up, he literally has to bend his entire chest to look up.
You cannot see Hayden right now, but let me tell you, he did it.
It looks hilarious. But, yeah, that's kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the police are cleaning up the situation with Lieutenant, what was his name?
Eckhart. I'm not sure if Eckhart's like a guy in the comics, but he's a dirty cop. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, he looks. I mean, he does. I think he intentionally just looks dirty too. He's unshaven. He's got kind of sunken eyes, and he's wearing like a trench coat.
Beat cop.
Nah, not really wearing the beat cop act.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, beat cops are more like
he's hard-boiled detective-looking man.
Yeah, some of that.
Yeah, that's better. Oh
but they're like, we saw Batman, and then a reporter's like, hey, this Batman guy, you want to give any info?
Things on that? The reporter is named Mr. Knox. I don't know of his existence anywhere else, but he keeps showing up in this movie. So
he's like, hey, you want to think about that? There ain't no Batman. There's a lie and such. To stop asking questions, I'm gonna make this bad police officer sound like a southern accent for no reason. There ain't no Batman here alive. Don't go looking for him.
There's no Batman here. You see,
I saw the bat. He was like a monster. Shut up.
Yeah, and of course, this is one of these interpretations where you look at Batman, and not everybody is certain if he is like even a human being
or a good guy.
Yeah, because like some people just aren't next to him for that long.
I mean, he's a vigilante, so you kind of get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm a little stuffed up. I'm very sorry.
Excuse you. Well, so we cut away to this big gala event, if you will. The mayor is like, okay, folks, today we're gonna crack down on crime for our 200-year city celebration.
We're gonna crack down against mob boss Carl Grissom. That he's important, kind of.
And with the help of our new dean.
DA
with our new DA Lando Calrissian. I mean
Harvey Dent.
Yeah, he's played. They're funny enough, played by the same actor.
Billy D.
I know it was kind of a shock to me too. It was like, what? He also appears in the Lego Batman movie as
the nerds. The nerds got their way
exactly, which is pretty neat. But yeah, he's like, all right, we're gonna crack down on this crime bus. But as we pan away to view somebody's watching this film, and it's
I'm sorry, Jack Napier, the otherwise known as the Joker, but he's not the Joker yet.
Yeah, just give it a second.
He's just
like
some
watching
guy.
The film, like, man, these guys are idiots. And then the woman
can't believe it.
Then this chick comes in like, hey, yeah, what do you think of that? I think they're idiots. You might be an idiot for hooking up with your boss's wife. Well, yeah, why is that? Well, because he's a mob boss, Sylvia.
He's gonna find out, man.
Don't worry, he's never gonna find out.
Cause I'm Jack Napier. I'm funny. Oh, hold on.
He's also consistently flipping a playing card as because like it's foreshadowing. Foreshadowing. Sometimes relatively obvious.
That's an important clue that we can use for later.
Yeah, but keep going,
Mickey
William.
Mouse. Yeah. Okay. Real quick, I'm just gonna scoot back a little bit because I realized there was this one scene at the end of the scene with Lieutenant Eckhart. He goes to another back alley where he sees some like shadowy figures, and the shadowy figure is Jack Napier.
I think wasn't that maybe it was. Never mind. Just keep going.
Okay. Yeah. So Napier's saying, "All right, listen here. Commissioner Gordon's like him and Dent. They're trying to like get one of Grissom's cover businesses. So what say help us out with that little problem."
Then he just of course pays him off because he's a crooked cop.
A nice bill, a nice fine stack of bills. Okay,
then Grissom tries pointing a gun at him, but then Bob comes out of nowhere behind.
But
Bob is
he's gonna come back later, and
he's an important character for later.
Yeah, that's an important clue that we can use for later.
So we cut to the Gotham news place where we meet.
Knox is just kind of walking through, and everybody's saying, "Hey, you're investigating Batman." Oh.
That's just an urban legend. That doesn't make any sense. Hey, you want this artist rendition where it's just like a bat in a suit? You're lying to me. Then he meets Vicky Vale.
Vicky Vale, famous character, Vicky Vale.
She's like a news reporter who's famous, who's kind of somewhat famous news reporter who's taking pictures in all sorts of conflicts and such.
Yeah, it's like she
like
took
human
a picture.
suffering, pictures of human suffering and such.
I just realized this. It's a place called Corto Maltese. That was where the Suicide Squad took place. If you ever,
shit, it was.
Yeah. No, I just made that connection like 5 minutes ago.
Well, maybe it's like a comic. It's a comic book place. Doesn't mean they're in the same universe.
Well, definitely not. No,
but I never picked up on that. Neat. Yeah, basically, she's planning on working with him to find pictures of the bat and write a story to make up something that wins a Pulitzer.
We're gonna get that Pulitzer Prize.
Yep.
It comes back. Yeah. So pretty much that is secure. That plot line's secure.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that.
So then we cut away to mob boss headquarters. Meanwhile, at the mob boss headquarters.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
Yeah. The mob boss is like, well, crap, our chemical plant that we own is being investigated by the cops. And if they find that, and what happens if they get our secret information in there? If they get the secret information, we're screwed.
So Jack says, I say that we go to the... I'm going to try to do my best Jack Nicholson impression during this, just because I think I can. I think what we need to do... This is bad. I think what we need to do is we need to go in there and trash the office, steal the files, and make it look like it was
corporate espionage.
Yeah, that's right. That's not a bad idea, Jack.
And you'll be the one leading the whole operation.
Oh, and just as he's saying that, his wife, her name's Alicia for future purposes, walks in. And
he kind of looks at her glance,
like,
which you can kind of push the pieces together, like, but I'm like your first main guy. Why do you need me to go? Well, it's a very important job, and you're my main man.
You're my number one guy.
Gonna be glad to have you go. Which you can immediately push together that he probably figured out about the
affair,
and it might be planning on getting rid of him. So then immediately after Jack leaves, he picks up the phone and is like, yeah. I'd like to call in a thing where these guys are gonna go rob this.
Access Chemicals.
Exactly.
It's usually Ace Chemicals, but okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look over at Tim and say, "Oh my God, get it together, man." It's fine. It's fine. I'm just used to Ace Chemicals. That's all.
So then we cut away to where now. I guess why are the reporter duo at Bruce Wayne's house again?
Okay. That was because Knox was trying to get in touch with Commissioner Gordon, but he doesn't pick up his phone.
So he plans on fighting him at the gala casino
charity event
with the casino and such
for the purposes of you can't hang up the phone or feign ignorance.
Also, the thing is, the reason that he's holding this thing is that the mayor is trying to push this whole like big celebration, like it's our 200-year celebration with parade floats and balloons and such. But and mayor, we're gonna mayor, we're already bankrupt enough. Well, I don't care. Let's push this forward.
I don't care. I'm the mayor from Jaws. You listen here, but I'm trying to do something about the danger. I'm looking like George Steinbrenner from Seinfeld with my hand right now.
That's the whole thing. But So this charity event is going on. Like, where's Bruce Wayne? And eventually Vicky Vale encounters Michael Keaton. He's like, "Hey, do you know where Bruce Wayne is?" Like, I don't know where Bruce Wayne is.
I don't know where Bruce Wayne is. I'm being very secretive.
So the whole party's going on. And eventually, Gordon gets pulled aside by like this guy. Like, "Hey, we got a call saying that these guys are gonna rob that Axis chemical plant. We should probably go over there." Like, okay, I'll head over there.
I'm gonna go over in my suit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go over in my suit.
But then, as this is going on, we also get to see with Michael where the reporter duo go into like Bruce Wayne's armor room full of kind of ridiculous looking armor sets, like
living room, dining room, arsenal, as he calls it.
It's got like an armor covered in spikes, this gas mask armor with a bunch of tubes on it, and
because why not?
One samurai looking armor with a bunch of weird looking wings and such.
And he says, "Hey, where'd he get that?" Yeah, it's from Japan. Because I can't do a Michael Keaton impression. I'm sorry,
Michael Keaton's also in there, and he's like. Bruce Wayne's also in there, but they don't know he's Bruce Wayne. It's like, "Hey, where the heck did he get this statue?" I bought it, from Japan, because I bought it in Japan. They're like, "Oh, you're Bruce Wayne." So they introduce themselves and such. And
also they were kind of talking crap about him initially.
So then eventually he's like, hey, and then eventually even like what's the guy's name? Like,
Knox
asks like, "Hey, maybe you could give me a grant." It's like, "Okay. Alfred, get a bunch more wine for everybody outside and give this guy a grant. I gotta go."
And so then,
because then he goes to like his secret, like, the Batcave. We don't see the full Batcave.
We don't see the full Batcave. We just see that he leaves
and goes to he goes over to this like computer setup where he's got cameras all over the house and hears from Commissioner Gordon. Like the most,
they just reused the audio of somebody. We just got an anonymous tip that somebody's robbing Access Chemicals.
It's like something out of Spaceballs. It's kind of funny.
No, just in the middle of the movie, I was looking over at Hayden and I was saying, "Hayden, they just got a copy of the movie."
Yeah, I know. So then, we cut over to Ace Chemicals, where they're trying to basically open the safe to get all the paperwork and crash the place, but then like. Wait, then they open the safe, like, wait a minute, there's no paperwork in here.
We've been ratted out, boys.
So then
Look sharp.
So then they go outside to find the cops are there, and then, including said crooked cop, is like, "Okay, kill everyone. Okay.
Shoot on sight, you know what I mean?
We don't bring anybody back alive," because he's been paid not to basically kill the guy. Mm-hmm. And not make sure that none of this could be connected back to the mob boss and such. So then a firefight ensues, which is this whole scene I think would be terrible for us to kind of communicate. Basically, a lot of gunfighting, a lot of chemicals being randomly spilled all over the place, which should have killed like more cops or at least bleached their clothes white. Or at least shrink wrap them. I don't know what kind of chemicals this place makes. Maybe it's harmless, maybe they're not. But what happens later to Jack maybe make me reconsider that, but you get what I mean.
Yeah. However, I do want to mention this. So Batman does show up as you would think.
Yeah, starts whooping ass.
Yeah. He starts kicking ass and taking names.
Eventually, he grabs Jack, but then Jack threatens.
Well. There's like one thing that I want to mention before we get to that. It is the fact every time that they do this, I'm gonna make an allusion to it. He pretty much does a bat claw over the guardrail maneuver from one of the Batman Arkham games.
Yeah.
I'm just going to mention every time there was something that reminded me of Batman Arkham. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, he eventually grabs Jack and, was about to take him do the Batman. But then, Bob holds Commissioner Gordon, who's there in his... I guess he didn't have time to change out of his thing, so that's pretty understandable.
He couldn't.
But then he threatens... But then Bob threatens Commissioner Gordon, like, "Hey, you heard him, I shoot this guy. Okay, Bob, you help me out here." But then Jack is just refusing to move out of the way because he's trying to go shoot Batman because I guess he feels like it. So he reaches for his gun, but then Batman,
he's gone.
He pulls a Batman by just disappearing.
Just because.
And then I get Bob being smart, just runs out of there. There. Oh wait, first of all, we forgot to
Eckhart.
mention Jack also shoots Eckhart, which this guy had got to be honest had one of the shortest roles in this movie.
And there's like an allusion to something that was said earlier of like, hey, come on, Jack. Like what during the payoff, he was saying like, come on, Jack, you gotta like. Okay, I forgot exactly what he was saying, but it's basically you gotta think of the future, because you could be the boss one day. So before he shoots Eckhart in this scene, he says, "Hey Eckhart, think of the future."
He shoots him and such. But then, as Batman is of course about to pull his Batman on Jack, Jack ends up tries shooting at him and ending up hitting like a glass metal thing. I don't know what exactly happens because they cut away to like his cheeks and lips being.
I think he deflected the bullet with his gauntlets.
Or no, I think it was the glass that shot it. I was always interpreted the glass from the. I interpreted it as the glass from like these panels or whatever blasted forward, cutting up his face badly, and something or some of that. But yeah, whatever. His face is all messed up.
You can watch the movie.
He's messed up and he falls over the edge into over a big vat of chemicals. And Batman tries saving him, but it doesn't work out. He falls into the vat. Womp womp.
He slipped away from us.
And then the police are like, "Dang it, we wanted to bring him in alive." And then Batman, because they're about to catch him,
he turns his head and then he gets a smoke bomb
and then just wires out of there again.
And Commissioner Gordon says, "Oh my God, Batman exists.
He's real.
He in fact exists. I can't believe it, guys. So, I was wrong."
Before we finish cutting away from the scene, we see a gloved hand and burned and like all white merge from the chemical outside the chemical plant, where I guess they're dumping the chemicals into the water.
They're just dumping it into the water. Industrialism, yay!
This is Gotham we're talking about. That's probably commonplace. Whatever. Or maybe they're like, whatever. So yeah, that's what happened to him.
80s, sorry,
you could guess where this is going, but moving on.
Yeah.
The next scene is
the daily. I wanted to say the Daily Prophet so bad.
Yeah, but Gotham News or whatever, where they're like, "Wait a minute, Batman was totally at this place. Batman was totally at this place. You can't be lying to me."
They're saying that Jack Napier committed suicide.
But I don't believe it. Tell me, hey, he hung up on me. Yeah. So
they're saying, my God, he dropped him in.
And eventually, Vicky Vale decides, I don't know how she came to this point, but she, I guess, is interested in Bruce Wayne and wants to investigate
Just
him.
intrigued by this peculiar rich man.
So then we cut away to the, I guess, random crime doctor or whatever, like, some random guy, or whatever. There's like dirty doctor's office, emergency doctor's office, where Jack is getting operated on by said random doctor. I guess he had on
he had on the bandages, payroll. and then he
does this whole scene where he's like, "Hey, is it bad? I did my best. I
did my best
with what I had, but the nerve is permanently damaged."
Give me a mirror.
He then just slowly unwraps his face, but then he's also wearing purple, which will be important for later. So. Eventually, it's revealed that he has green hair, but we don't see his face yet or his hands. So eventually, he just kind of sulks away into the darkness.
He starts just laughing maniacally. That's what the subtitles said. I had to have subtitles on, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So we cut back to Vicky Vale, who's going over to Bruce's place, having dinner with him, talking.
Just having soup.
Yeah, if I go to a rich person's house and they serve me soup, I'm gonna feel cheated. Give me something expensive. Unless it's like a soup that costs $20, then it costs $100. I ain't eating it.
Yeah, you just feel. I don't know. I just feel rich eating it. I don't know.
As Elazar said, it's the crappy part. Well, yeah, it's crappy parts of the food. It's what rich people eat.
That's right. Yeah. So Vicky Vale's just asking him, like, do you like being in this room?
So yeah, she gets more and more intrigued about Bruce not being like pompous rich jerk as people would believe. He's actually a pretty chill dude. Eats dinner with Alfred, who shares some embarrassing stories about him. Overall, pretty fun thing. Again, let's appreciate that it's become pretty consistent in synopsis with Batman lore that Alfred is more than just a butler. He's actually kind of a father figure / general Batman helper.
He's the man in the chair to Batman.
Yeah, he's Batman's man in the chair. Or basically.
Yeah.
whole thing.
Father and assistant.
And he does a pretty good job at it, too.
And he's very British.
Eventually, Vicky Vale and Batman and
Batman get a little drunk.
No, well, Bruce Wayne, I should say, in these scenes for now, at least.
Well,
they get a little... Then things get a little hot and bothered, and they start playing Monopoly.
Yep.
They start playing Monopoly with air quotes.
For those who have not seen our previous episodes, we basically just say something else whenever there's a scene that involves intimate details. So we basically
you're ruining it by explaining it.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, but we're gonna continue doing it in the future.
Okay, moving on. So we cut away back to said mob boss who's just getting out of like the shower.
The shower right next to his office.
Where he's like, man, I'm having a wonderful day. Then Jack comes back in like, hey, boss, it's good seeing you.
Jack! Oh, buddy, I'm so worried. I heard.
Wait, you do the Jack Nicholson.
Okay, hey, boss. I'm back.
Well, it's good to see you again. If I knew it, you're my number one guy. I knew if anything would have happened to you.
I know that it was
a setup. Yeah, he tries reaching for a gun, but then he's like,
"You don't even bother trying."
Hey, man, come on. We could come to an agreement or a deal or something like that.
You set me up over a woman. A woman.
Yeah, the thing is, here's a bit of tidbit information, folks. If you ever kill somebody or fail to do so, you usually can't reason with them afterwards. I gotta be honest. Like, if somebody tried killing me and I basically had the upper hand in a situation, like say they're not armed and I'm pointing a gun at them, you kind of screwed.
Yeah, the short term answer: just don't get involved in sketchy stuff.
But anyways,
unless you're forced
then we see more Batman and Vicky. They kind of cut between these two events. So we'll just kind of
simultaneous events.
Vicky, after the whole playing Monopoly, we see Bruce hanging upside down for some reason. They never bring this up.
I guess he's just the Batman.
But then we cut at the Joker's play. Well, he's no longer Jack. He's the Joker.
Call me Joker.
We see see his face, and I gotta admit, one of the most interesting. One of the most interesting Joker designs ever.
He has like permanent nerve damage in his cheeks,
which means he has a permanent smile, like a freakish looking smile. He's completely white, like pale skin. That's not makeup. And his hair is green
because of course it is,
and his lips are also red.
I think that was lipstick, but
whatever.
But yeah.
Also, I gotta admit, one of the best Jokers ever will definitely be Heath Ledger. He can't be top. Yeah. But I feel like this Joker is definitely one of the top 10 because
Jack Nicholson has like a certain energy to it, and it's amazing.
It's super unnerving too at times. Just adds a lot to it. Like one scene that I'd have to point out is like specifically this scene is a good one because then circus music starts playing as he absolutely lights up the mob boss.
Elfman went so hard with this
some
score.
Circus music starts playing as he blasts him.
Also used in Lego Batman games.
Basically becoming the... Well, yeah, he just basically is like, you know what? Now I'm the new mob boss.
I'm the new mob boss here.
So, yeah.
Time to Robot Mafia this place up.
Yeah. So, I think we should just... this is more Vicky Vale stuff I'm going to kind of ignore. The other guy, news guy, is kind of giving her crap for... He's a little jelly about the fact that she's slept with Bruce's and not focusing on the Batman stuff.
I'm a little jealous.
And she just wants to focus on him more. He's like, I don't need to focus on Bruce Wayne. I need to focus on Batman. Yeah, ironic. So yeah, so I'm just gonna put the scene. Let's basically now Jack brings together. He's basically funny enough. He's wearing makeup to not look like has white skin or something like that.
He now just looks like Jack Nicholson, but with a very creepy smile,
which I think is pretty neat. He even looks like he's wearing makeup too, which is cool.
Oh yeah,
it's got to be cool practical effects in the makeup department.
Absolutely, but it's like they're saying, "Oh my God, you look crazy. What's with that grin?"
Oh yeah,
I'm just always happy.
Yeah, he's also bringing up like, yeah, the mob boss. He's currently sick right now. I'm taking his position.
I'm taking it.
Well, where is he? We'd like to at least hear this from him. Oh, don't worry. And then this one guy's like, I don't trust you, Jack. Don't worry. Here, put it there.
Let's shake on it.
Then he's sudden like one of the weirdest deaths I gotta admit in this movie. where as it turns out he is like I guess he already adapted.
He has the joy buzzer.
He already has like the Joker theme immediately, which I like how they kind of do it. He's got like this joy buzzer that kills people by literally frying this one mob boss into a charred corpse. This is a kids movie. This is a kids movie. It's supposed to be like a kids movie or something.
Not exactly.
Yeah, this is like when Tim Burton likes his charred corpses in Batman movies.
No, seriously. However, I will tell you the charred corpse dummy, very, very nice effect. The effect of the man burning, not so much. I know this was the 80s, but it was very goofy looking. I'm just saying.
So then all of the Joker's goons come in. They all like got like funky, they all got like tracksuits with Joker stuff on it.
They've just all
they basically all pull up and are like, okay, I'm the boss of y'all now. Basically, it's basically like a hostile takeover.
Okay, now everybody get the hell out of my office.
So the rest of them are like, oh, okay, sounds like a pretty good idea.
But there is this one guy. There's this one guy who is still saying, "I think you're a psychotic maniac." And it's like, yeah, well, up yours.
Yeah.
So they're all escorted out, except for the charred corpse, Joker, and Bob, who is still rocking a very nice fedora.
Oh, we forgot to mention a scene, but I'm just going to say it here now. Also, the mob boss's wife or girlfriend shows up after like he's defined the Joker, and she passes out after seeing him, of course.
Honey, you'll never guess what kind of day I've had.
Yeah, but we'll just get over that real quick. It's important for later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you heard that is my cat. He's currently meowing at us.
Yeah. So let's keep moving. So Vicky Vale then starts just following Bruce Wayne around because he also tells her basically to get lost, kind of in a nice way to get lost a little bit. Like, hey, I have an important business meeting, and could you please go after their whole night of playing Monopoly?
It a long all-nighter games. What can I say?
Yeah. So she just starts following him around for the day, finds that he's gone to this random alleyway and put flowers down. If you know Batman lore, you know. Yeah, they were just roses. And then eventually they come to like this, like in front of a building where I think another crime boss or whatever emerges from him. Like
it was the crime boss who called the Joker a psychotic maniac.
Like, hey, all this previous guy's crime boss's properties would go to me for time being because of his disappearance and such.
So he's basically he's publicly taking all Joker's stuff.
Also, Joker is kind of, I guess, to get vengeance against Batman for who he thought dropped him in the vat, has been looking for the reporter who's trying to track Batman down a little bit too. He also sent Bob to go get like pictures of the said reporter so he could find him and stuff.
And he's just hiding behind a pillar in this scene, just like
what ends up happening is like a bunch, as Bruce Wayne and Vicky Vale and Java and this reporter are all there. See and the mob boss, a bunch of mimes start just popping up out of nowhere
I wonder what's gonna happen.
Yes. Imagine being paid to be by your crime boss to be a mime, dressed up as a mime. That's crazy.
No, very much.
It's like the Payday games.
No. Oh my God! Seriously, I haven't played those Bob Seeds of people. Yeah. Okay. Off topic. Yeah. So pretty much the mob boss is just saying, all right. So pretty much I own everything. He left it all to me while he was away. Oh my! You must have certainly been close.
So yeah, then the Joker shows up in a cool another outfit. But then he proceeds to pull out a pen and then stab it into the guy's throat, saying, "The pen is mightier than the sword."
And then all of his mime guys just start shooting wildly into the air,
lighting the place up. Basically, this is another sign of Joker's hostile takeover. Also, Bob took a bunch of pictures around,
including one of Vicky Vale. That's an important clue that we'll use for later. Oh, by the way, in a previous scene, in a similar fashion to the former boss and Jack, he went up to Bob and he said, "Bob, you are my number one guy."
Again, you have to watch this movie because seeing Jack Nicholson's acting as the Joker is one of the best parts. Too.
No, absolutely, it is the standout. Also, real quick, just because I can't think of another place to say this, I just kind of heard that this was a fun story. May have been true, may have not been true. Do your research. Okay, so Jack Nicholson.
I'll be back for a second, William. Taking care of the story for a second. I'll be back.
No, it's a perfect interlude. Yep. Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty much, Jack Nicholson was friends with Bob's actor, and pretty much, I don't know if this was like one of his conditions, but but I heard somewhere that he did say, "All right, can my friend just come along and be can my friend just come along and be like my number one henchman in the movie?" And I guess Tim Burton said yes. So like I don't know, that's just kind of like a neat story that I heard of. I know I paused it to just kind of like mention that. I know. Oh well, Solo Will just being out here telling stories. Oh, Hayden's back.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I was just going into the Solo Will act. Okay, yeah. I told the Jack Nicholson story. Yeah. Okay, we'll continue with the plot now. Resume.
What is the next part, William?
The next. That was the sound of Hayden sitting down. Sorry. No, it's fine. Fine. Rickety chairs. So the next scene is pretty much the fallout of the hostile takeover. Oh, Bruce Wayne was at the where all the mimes were, and he saw Jack Nicholson go into the car, and he was like, "My God, Jack Napier's alive! I saw him." And then
he starts, of course, doing his own investigation, such with Alfred. Like, okay, so violent first crime, violent attack at 15. He's an artist. He's got like skills in artistry, chemicals, and science. He's incredibly intelligent, but also
he's insane.
He's got a large amount of violent tendencies, and I'm guessing that's probably why he went into the mob career. And I'm also guessing that's why after a dip in a chemical bath, he's gone insane, more insane than before.
Yeah. No screws. Instead of having screw loose, there's just no screws.
Yeah, exactly. So now,
and he's also just angry about Batman getting all the press after his hostile takeover. We also
of course cut away to his like lair, which is I'm guessing was the original mob boss's place, but he's covered it like all sorts of goofy stuff. He's also been engineering like all of his Joker stuff. He's got a boxing glove gun for God's sakes.
He just punches the TV with it.
Yeah. He's like mad at Batman. Eventually, he starts looking through Bob's pictures. Like, okay, so this is the guy who's been taking pictures of Batman. Oh my God! And finds a picture of Vicky Vale.
Oh my God! Awooga, tongue unrolls. Steam comes out of ears.
Yeah.
Eyes bulge out of eye
That's
sockets.
basically what happens. So he wants to make her his or something like that. So
I was meant to be yours. Sorry, that's from Heather's. Not my song. So pretty much. But so then he says, all right, I'm going to commit to the next step of my plan. So he goes to access chemicals. I know. How do you get that from the pictures of Vicky Vale?
But basically, he starts shipping out large... Well, he also has on his desk a picture of a bunch... Well, basically, he has a picture of a bunch of a CIA... As it turns out, he somehow got his hands on CIA plans for a chemical weapon that basically made you laugh to death.
Yeah. Like,
so then he starts shipping out said chemicals and contaminating beauty products with it. This is also shown where it cuts away to a news report where the news reporters are like, okay, so 2 women are reported missing to have died recently.
Celebrity models have died of like what authorities have called a severe allergic reaction to something. To something. This just ended. There have been 3 deaths at a beauty parlor currently in Gotham City. It appears that they also had the same allergic reaction. Oh my God! This is barely a time for you to start laughing. This is diegetically what happens in the movie.
Yeah, basically
very nice improv.
The female co-star, the other female reporter, basically just laughs herself to death with a horrifying grin. Basically, Joker talks, and that's what it is. As Joker then somehow hacks the news report. It's like, come down the Joker store.
And he's doing
better at this.
I got you. And he's doing a commercial from Alan Wake 2. Are all of those other beauty products like killing you now? Well, why don't you come down and use Smilex? And then there's a guy that's just like tied to a chair and says, "Oh, he's not a happy customer." Not an actor's plastered over the screen.
Yeah.
Well, he's been using brand X. Now this guy's been using Smilex, and look at him. He's got a grin again and again. Love that Joker.
Yeah, it's creepy as heck. But I always thought that this was the most goofiest representation of the Joker, but the goofiness kind of actually adds to the creepiness of it all because it's unnerving how sadistic he is at times. It's not it's not full Heath Ledger, but that was definitely more serious of a role. I'll be honest.
Why so serious?
I know, right?
Sorry, I had to.
Jack Nicholson's definitely goofier, but in a good way.
Yeah. It's a different vibe of Joker, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, they.
What flavored Joker do you want?
Yeah. So then after that whole news report, basically everybody's scared of what's going on. Nobody's wearing beauty products anymore because they assume that's what it is.
All the other
the news reporters look all kind of
they have breakouts.
Yeah, in breakouts and like zits, and also look just generally unkept. And what's it? Oh yeah, Vicky's also still doing things on Bruce.
The expose of Bruce Wayne.
Which we've even asked to eventually find news on why he put those roses in that alleyway. But that's not important because then we cut to Bruce where he gets a message like, "Oh yeah, Vicky Vale's waiting for you to meet her
at the art museum tonight." Museum.
I wasn't
invited to an art museum.
So then we cut away to said art museum. You know, it's like a fancy posh place where then Vicky's
just paintings.
Vicky's just waiting for Bruce, but it was not Bruce who invited her, because then she finds a little box and opens it, saying that she has to open it now, and a little colored gas mask inside, straight out of Poppy Playtime or something like that.
It just says, "Put this on now," and sure enough, purple gas just starts flooding in.
Either it's a knockout gas or a kill people gas, because all the guests fall down and staff fall down.
So then everyone's out, and then
except for Vicky because she wore the mask.
Oh, hold on! One scene before this happened, Joker's putting on his makeup, and the former mob boss's wife, who is wearing a mask, walks in and says, "Jack, where are you going tonight?" "I'm going to see some art, darling." And yeah, sorry, that was the only reason.
It seems like he's done some bad stuff to this chick.
Yeah,
it will be shown more later.
Yeah. So then after the gas happens, this personal favorite of mine, and also my brother who likes Prince.
Joker and his goons just show up into the art gallery, and then
gentlemen, let's broaden our minds.
So then he has one of his goons straight up carrying a boombox it's a really cool scene as they go from camera to camera, where each of the goons and Joker himself start messing with art projects. Like plastering stuff all over them, ruining expensive art, yada yada.
Ruining statuettes. And one key factor in this scene, something that I did not mention previously, I didn't even mention it to this guy. I don't know how many originals were made for this, but I know at least 2 songs that were in this movie were made originally for this movie by Prince. Both the song "Party Man," which plays in this scene, and later on "Trust" during the climax. I don't know. I just have always kind of liked that little detail of collaboration.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much that whole sequence ends where they eventually get upstairs.
Then Joker sits down with Vicky like, "It's good seeing you. I've come to view your art." "Well, I'm waiting for Bruce Wayne." You don't want to wait for him and such. So then he basically starts looking at like a gallery of art, saying all the regular looking stuff is crap, but then he comes to the human suffering stuff like, wow, you really capture human suffering. I quite love it. See, I am something of an artist myself. You want to do this?
I am the world's first active homicidal artist.
Yeah, basically he's creepy AF in this whole scene, basically wanting her to be his, but also take pictures of his horrifying art and stuff like that. And he brings up a sketch piece, as he describes a sketch piece in where it's
Alicia,
where she takes off her mask, revealing her. He messed up her face bad.
And
then Vicky's of course freaked out and trying to talk down Joker until Batman shows up.
Also, Wicked Witch of the West reference, throws water at his face, wiping away all of his Jack Nicholson makeup.
He even I'm melting. Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah,
it's all good, Chief.
Yeah, it's overall, again, the whole makeup thing with him wearing makeup to look more normal over the regular makeup is pretty good practical effects.
And I don't know if on actual Jack Nicholson's face they just contoured his face a little bit. I don't know.
I don't know either. It must have been hard on his face though.
Continuation of the wires. The line launcher from the Batman Arkham series just kind of shows up,
and Batman knocks some goons down and escapes with Vicky as they continue to run down the street until they bring in finally the Batmobile.
The Batmobile!
AKA, debatably, I feel like this Batmobile or the 60s with Adam West Batmobiles are some of my favorite. Then again,
definitely.
What is your favorite Batmobile?
I like the one from Robert Pattinson. I like the 60s one, and I like this one.
This might be my favorite one because it just got like a weird, for some reason, it looks like it has a jet engine in it, and it's all cool.
I have a soft spot for the Arkham Knight one. Don't at me on that one. It's fun. Just that game's fun.
Yeah,
that's it. That's my argument.
So they start driving away, escaping from the Joker goons until eventually they're stopped by some traffic. So then they get out of the car and Batman orders it to go into armored mode, which I did not know it could do. Where then like this weird animation kind of goes over, like this whole casing goes around the car, I guess, prevent people from getting in.
It works. It works. Nobody got in.
Yeah, so then Batman runs away with Vicky, and they get cornered in an alleyway by a bunch of the goons. And Batman asks, "Okay, how much you weigh?" 108. You're not supposed to. And then he pulls out the grappling hook and ascends up into like this rafters, to like this like walkway or something like that. But then he finds out that she's too heavy for being fat.
I mean, he's the one.
Yeah. Oh, also before this, the famous him looking up with not being able to move his neck thing happens. He has to tilt his whole body.
Got it. Which angle? You need to get it.
Yeah, so then he sends her up and starts fighting the goons, which is pretty cool overall looking, including Bob's there. Eventually, of course, they just shoot him, but then they're like, wait a minute.
He's got some body armor.
He's human after all. They're about to take off his mask, but then Vicky uses the camera to get a bunch of shots of the whole fight, giving Batman a second to keep fighting them until... I don't know, this is 80s or something like that, but like, I don't know if he is Asian, but like the one Asian goon shows up and pulls out two swords out of his pocket and starts spinning them wildly around.
It's something I also noticed.
I'm pretty sure this appeared in Hot Shots 2 or something exactly like this appeared in Hot Shots 2.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. It's unimportant for this time. It's unimportant for right now.
Yeah. But it's actually just not important.
But yeah, basically he kicks this guy's ass too. In a pretty cool looking scene too. Yeah, and eventually Batman grabs Vicky, and then they're like, "Okay, let's get out of here," and drives away in the Batmobile.
Yeah. Oh no, they just reversed the animation. They just reversed the animation of armor mode happening.
Yeah, you save the money where you can.
Yeah.
So then they just get out of there and go to the Batcave, where he's like, "Okay, Vicky, I need you to do me a favor. One here." We also see the Batcave for the first time. It's pretty neat.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely it's got a Lazy Susan and such. Probably see more of it in later movies, but for this one we don't get much of it besides like a computer, Lazy Susan for the Batmobile, and case for the bat suit.
Yeah. I call it a chamber. Okay, yeah. So basically he's saying, "All right, Vicky, I need you to go back and report the
thing is, it's not the compound. The thing is, the chemicals that are killing people don't actually come from singular object. But a bunch of different products, and when mixed together, causes it. So deliver this to the news and tell people about not doing that. But wait a minute, why did you have to bring me here and such? If you just have this, if you could just get this in.
Well, that's the second thing that I need from you.
So then
he knocks her out, and
then she wakes up in her bed. I don't know how he got her there. Did he just I think it's her bed. She's like, "God dang it!" He took the film for the camera and such. You know, he didn't want those pictures of him getting out.
By the way, just a nice little detail that I want to mention.
In the Batcave, there's a bunch of bats, or is that not?
Oh, okay. Well, yes, there's also that. But the mixture of different chemical compounds to cause widespread,
Joker
Joker killing. That was also That was the plot of an episode of Batman the Animated Series that happened later, obviously. So I guess inspiration. Of course, it might have just been a thing in the comics. I don't know. I like that show.
Yeah, but moving on. So eventually, she brings up this whole information, and everybody, the day is saved. But then Joker's, of course, still kind of pissed, like, "Dang it, this didn't work out, man."
How could this knowledge have been ascertained? Oh, right. Never mind. Yeah. He shoots his TV. Because of course he does.
Exactly.
So
eventually, okay, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the next scene is where she calls up Bruce, like, "Hey, want to go on like a date?" So he meets her up at her like apartment or something like that,
And before that, Alfred's saying like, I feel like maybe you should tell Miss Vale. I forgot to do a British accent, but who cares? I think you should just tell Miss Vale about the fact you're Batman, because why not?
Because you're keeps spurning her, keeps getting her attention and such. She might want to do something about this. So he decides he's finally going to like tell her about this. Also, she learns of the whole his parents being killed there. But we'll go over in Crime Alley, of course.
That's an important thing that we'll use for later.
It will be useful later. So then, so then we cut to the apartment. Bruce is struggling to tell her the truth until like the doorbell rings. But then the Joker just shows up again.
He's actively struggling with human words to tell her this. Sorry, yeah, Joker.
He shows up and is like, "Hey, Vicky." Hello, Vicky. Hello, Georgie.
No. It's just that.
So yeah, he's just kind of threatening her around, and Bruce fumbles around the house, finds a metal plate, finds a fire poker, and is like, "Come on, basically, let's get nuts."
Let's get nuts.
I didn't know that's what this was from. That's where this came from.
I've known all along.
Which is kind of crazy. But then Joker's like, "Oh wow," and then shoots him. But because he had the metal plate, it saved his life. He also.
But before he says that, I'm sorry, Hayden. I just got to interrupt you because this is a crucial plot detail. He says to Bruce Wayne, "Bruce, have you ever danced with the devil by the pale moonlight?" I don't really know what that means. It's just something that I say to all of my prey. And then he shoots him. Yeah.
This is going to be important for later. But because he didn't die, he's saved. And after all of this, I guess the mayor finally got it in his head that it's probably a bad idea with all the crime. So then he orders like, "Sorry, folks, we're going to just postpone this parade and celebration and such because it's too dangerous." But then the Joker just hijacks the television again, like, and he's wearing his makeup and like his homey atmosphere.
Okay, I don't know if this is exactly what it looks like. He looks like FDR.
Also, I forgot to mention something. He also when he was at like Vicky's apartment, he also admits to killing the previous chick whose face he messed up.
Oh yeah. He smashes the mask and everything.
Yeah, as a symbolism or whatever.
Yeah,
but basically he's like, "Oh, come on, y'all, don't worry, I'm not gonna kill anybody. I'm a respectable man. Thing is, I'm gonna make the celebration great. See, I'm going to take $20 million and toss it around at the parade, as a parade tonight." And then it convinces all the poor masses of Gotham, like, "Oh shit, this guy's pretty cool. He's literally giving away money.
He's just going to toss us some of that money that we may or may not need."
So then that basically is his promise. The thing is, this is a plan that will come into action later.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, so he's pretty much just saying, "But that Batman, he never gave you like money. So why don't you just like hang out with me, your old Uncle Joker?" He doesn't say that. I just felt like.
Where does this? One scene I remember is where we reveal who killed the Batman's parent death thing.
That is right after this scene.
Oh yeah, basically Batman. I guess Bruce, after getting shot, is still recovering and just remembers the night where his parents were killed. The whole alleyway scene, the guy pulling off his mother's pearls, but then another guy coming out of the shadows and shooting both his parents. But this guy then quotes the same words the Joker said.
"You ever dance with the devil by the pale moonlight?"
As it turns out, this was a younger version of Jack before he became the Joker. As it turns out, the Joker killed his parents. So it was a pretty cool reveal.
It's the Joker, baby.
Yeah, it's the Joker, baby.
God damn it.
So then we go to the New Year, the celebration event.
Hold on, Vicky Vale's there first.
Oh yeah, keep going.
You're okay. So then, immediately after the flashback stud, the camera just cuts over, and Alfred's leading Vicky Vale up the stairs to come meet up with Bruce in the Batcave. Just a llama, he's Batman, by the way.
Yeah, he's Batman, by the way. I actually probably put it together too.
My God, Batman! This was what you were hiding the whole time.
Indeed, it was. So then, basically, he suits up in his suit and he gets ready to stop Joker.
I gotta go take care of something.
So yeah, we cut to like the parade.
Access chemicals.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, Batman.
It is Access chemicals.
He shows up to Access Chemicals and just straight up blows the place up with the Batmobiles.
And there are guys inside of it. Fun little thing that I actually just remembered and fully realized like a week ago. The no kill code of Batman
does not apply to this one.
It is only like explicitly written as like, sure, that's Batman lore. In the Christian Bale movies, as it turns out, it took me so long to actually like realize this, but Yeah, no.
It's it's a
Batman,
consistent rule in a lot of stuff, but I don't know what happened here.
Well, like it was like explicitly mentioned as like, oh yeah, Batman.
I mean, I don't have too much of a problem with it as some others would, but it's a little weird. Just like he just straight up blows his place.
Yeah.
Up
Okay, well,
inside.
like,
and there's some scenes later that also make this weird.
Well, like I'm just mainly mentioning it because like some people, well, including myself, I'm not gonna like say. Oh no, not me. But no, like I was also just kind of like, wait a minute, hasn't Batman had this like no kill rule like all this time? But it's like, it was actually not explicitly written for like a long time.
It's more guidelines.
But it's just kind of like an interesting thing that like you may not know about. Like,
but then
there he is.
We finally cut back to the parade where Joker brings in this whole like parade float along with a bunch of balloons. But then he's just literally doing exactly as he said. He's tossing out large sums of money out to the people.
What makes you real?
Yeah, a bunch of music starts playing.
Oh, that is Trust by Prince. That is not my song.
But then Joker's like, finally, the show must begin. Then gas starts leaking out of the balloons.
Money.
Vicky's also there and says, wait a minute, this gas is going to kill us all. Basically, it appears that Joker's plan here was to simply bring as many people in from the city to spray this like toxic gas. I'm guessing the same kind of Joker gas to commit a straight up terrorist attack. Or just kill a bunch of people because he thinks it's funny. Anyway, the Joker kind of just does things because he's the Joker.
No, exactly.
So eventually, well, it's an art piece, basically. He's killing people and an art piece or whatever. Look at it from that point of view, and it actually is pretty neat. View it from Sandra Cohen's eyes. BioShock reference.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So, by the way, Batman is flying there in the Batwing.
Yeah, which is probably, I think this is my favorite version of the Batwing, even though it looks completely impractical. It also flies near the moon to look, cool and such.
Because
yeah,
you gotta make the symbol. You gotta make the symbol.
So yeah, eventually, Batman uses the Batwing in a smart way to pull away all of Joker's balloons away so that they just can't kill anybody.
My balloons! He stole my balloons!
Joker's pissed, and then Batman comes right back around to go after the Joker and such. Well, then in a famous scene in this whole movie, Joker just stands there as Batman's coming his way.
Come on, you gruesome son of a bitch!
And it pulls out like the longest
revolver
ever. I think this model's like this, or just it's a revolver with a really long barrel. And they just straight up shoots Batman's Batwing and somehow takes it down, causing it to crash.
It's beautiful.
Knowing how he's kind of screwed, he then grabs Zuki as the police are showing up. He grabs Zuki Vale and goes into the bell tower.
Oh, well, before
chapel.
Before that, I got to mention this. He's angry about the theft of his balloons, and he asks Bob for his gun. He proceeds to shoot Bob. Rest in peace, Bob.
He just shoots Bob for no particular reason.
You were my number one guy.
He just shoots Bob for no reason because he just feels like it.
He was so mad. Take it out on that guy. Take it out on the guy behind you, man. Don't do it to Bob.
So then they just go into the bell tower. But then because the thing is, the reason he got to kidnap Vicky Vale, she went to go check on Batman, finding he wasn't in the cockpit. After Joker kidnapped her, as it turns out, Batman was just under some rubble nearby.
It was really comedic.
So then he goes to follow them into the chapel. But of course, he's pretty hurting. And he's got to walk up a lot of stairs and also knocks over a bunch of church pews.
Man is concussed.
Why does Gotham have a straight up Notre Dame? Because that's what this place looks like. It's made entirely out of stone and looks uncomfortable and looks Gothic as heck.
Yeah,
like comedically Gothic. I mean, it's Gotham, but still, Tim Burton, how could you? Why, Tim Burton? Relax a little bit.
Why, Tim Burton? Look, man. Man was oozing with style. Oh, by the way, Joker calls in a helicopter for 10 minutes for him to get up the tower and everything. It's all an evac plan.
Basically, Batman keeps climbing up the tower. Joker even tries killing him by making one of the bells at the very top collapse down the stairs, but it doesn't work. And eventually, Batman makes it up top to find the Joker's dancing with Vicky. Yeah, with that song plays. But then a bunch of his goons start showing up and. So these seem like his primo goons because one of them with glasses starts actually kicking his butt pretty badly until Batman just tosses him down the... oh, wait a minute. One goon literally tries jumping at Batman but then collapses to the floor.
He just collapses through the... I forgot about that.
That was hilarious.
No, you need to see it to believe it. Why aren't you watching this movie yet?
Dude tried jumping Batman and fell to the floor.
Oh.
Eventually, Batman managed to defeat all the goons, but Joker gets a jump on him. But then, of course, Batman, he's probably a lot better of a fighter than Joker, starts kicking his butt.
Oh, but before that, he says, excuse me. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale blue night?
Basically, Batman wants to kill Joker because he realized he killed. I guess he killed his parents, and I'm guessing Joker also realized this too because he starts like, you created me, I created you. It's straight up the Spider-Verse meme. I created you, and you created me. Spider-Man, why'd you create that guy? I didn't. This guy's talking stupid.
No, it's literally it's across the Spider-Verse.
Batman, why'd you create that guy? I didn't. He's talking crazy.
You did the meme. You've already done the meme. Let's just continue.
Okay. So yeah, eventually it comes to the. Oh wait, there's even a moment I forgot to mention where the Joker pretends like, "Without you, baby, I couldn't live," and just points the gun at his and pulls the trigger. But then the bang, like little flag comes out because of course.
Classic Joker maneuver.
Then eventually, I think when Batman's trying to fight the Joker, they come to an edge where the likely edge of the building of the church, where then they all fall. Where then he manages to push the Joker over, but then he grabs Vicky and. The
like
Joker
horror movie villain.
He grabs Batman and Vicky, sending them nearly holding onto the edge as he's ready to just kill them both. But then the chopper finally shows up and lowers him a ladder. He's like, "See you later," and grabs onto the thing. But luckily, Batman, in a quick action,
Batman uses the remote claw from Batman Arkham Origins to attach a stone gargoyle. Thank you, stone gargoyle. Thank you. Oh my God, to the Joker's leg.
And then as he's trying to take off, he then gets caught on the gargoyle, which then basically weighs him down like concrete shoes. And then he can't hold on to the ladder anymore and falls to his death, which like, oh my goodness, he did. Speaking of which, a lot of other goons fell like down the big like staircase up to the spell tower, so they're probably dead too.
They are all dead. A lot of the Joker's guys are actually dead.
Yeah, so that happens. And eventually, Batman and Vicky manage to make it out and make it to the top. Oh wait, no, they don't. They fall back down. But then Batman uses the power of grappling hook to grab onto like the nearest thing and stop them from falling to their death.
Grappling hook.
So then, in one of the creepiest parts of this whole movie, we cut to Joker who's lying on his dead body. He's like smiling, and then this creepy like continuous laughs. This probably traumatized a few kids. Let's be honest.
I mean, it didn't traumatize me. Also, no, that's
at least a few kids, not you. You're already messed up in the head.
I found it very memorable as a young lad.
It was creepy. I would say that it just focuses on his face. It's like this continuous laugh is going on. I don't know what's coming from.
He had like a thing in his pocket that Commissioner Gordon like brings out. I guess it was like a miniature tape recorder.
But yeah,
I don't know.
I think there's like a time cut after this where the mayor's like, okay, with the help of Batman, we managed to clear out the last of the Joker's goons, and now there's peace and safety has been returned to Gotham thanks to Batman, and he left us a message. If we ever needed him, we should call.
How do we call him, sir? He gave us a signal. Turns on the bat signal. But before it ends, there's one final scene.
Actually, yeah, Vicky just is like, "Hey, wait a minute, Vic, do you want to go like get dinner or something like that?" Nah, I like Batman better than you.
What about our Pulitzer Prize?
Don't worry, we'll get one later or something like that. So then I guess she gets in a car to go hang out with Bruce Wayne.
And Alfred says, "Sorry, Mr. Wayne's gonna be it's gonna be a few minutes late."
Looks like they're gonna be starting dating, and
that's exactly how I figured it would be. And then it cuts back up to the top of a tower with the bat signal in the sky.
And Batman's more farming still.
He's just standing there, man.
And then the movie ends.
That is Tim Burton's Batman.
My goodness, what a wild ride this movie was.
Very fun movie.
It's definitely the goofiest out of all Batman films I've ever seen that's not animated.
Hayden, have you ever seen the 1966 one?
No, you might be right. But what I've seen.
Yes, what you've seen. Because, no, this is the new Batman.
But the thing is, it takes
this is the Robert Pattinson Batman compared to that movie.
What I think it makes different is, though, this film takes itself seriously.
Yeah.
Like, that other film you're talking about, that's intentionally comedic. This takes itself seriously.
Yeah.
In every scene, and it's insane. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, no. Like,
I think this film is famous. It's famous for both. I think this film is famous for both its Joker and its Batman. A lot of Batman films are famous for their villains and Batmans.
I mean, both their last names are on the cover of the disc case.
So yeah, of course, it's insane. And I generally quite enjoyed this. I feel like each Batman has their own benefits. I feel like this one, I don't know. Each one has their own benefits, and I feel like this is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
The Dark Knight might be my favorite Batman film of all time because just
it's pretty good.
Yeah, but this definitely holds a special place in my heart.
Oh yeah,
especially I feel like I don't keep forgetting his name.
Whose name?
The other Joker, famous for
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
It's fine.
Heath Ledger is one of the best Jokers of all time. He just was committed, and he was super serious, but in a unnerving, goofy way. I feel like it was nice. But absolutely. I feel like this one with Jack
Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson's Joker.
Seth.
I think Jack Nicholson's Joker has a bit of unnerving comedy to him.
Yeah.
Like he's
goofy,
but in such a way that it's scary.
He's just doing the funny clown stuff, but he's also insane.
It adds to the goofiness of especially. But it also makes it more unnerving that he's just like having a blast while committing horrible murders.
No,
and I feel like that's a general part of the Joker too. Like, some of the comedy to it is, I think, essential to his character.
Yes,
can't have too serious of Jokers. There has to be some kind of funny insanity to it.
No, absolutely. Because otherwise he's just like
a guy dressed up as a clown or something.
Yeah, otherwise he's just Jared Leto's Joker. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like Jared Leto was screwed mostly by directors rather than
okay. I'll tell you that I don't know, man. The whole method acting cycle. Well, that's a topic for a different day, and I also just need to have all my cards lined up to talk about that. So I'm going to choose not to talk about it.
But yeah, well, that was a pretty good recording, Will. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay.
Please see this movie, folks.
Yes, but real quick before we cut, I just want to mention school season is starting up, so I just want to mention
we might not be able to record as much but
yeah.
We'll make sure to try our best.
Definitely. Like,
stay tuned for the next one.
We're still at it. By the way, it's going to be another Burton film. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you all very much. Have a good one.
I'm
Hayden Jensen.
I'm Will Brunson.
Bye. And this is ADHD. Bye, y'all.
Bye.